let's get some cooking going here in the kitchen, shall we? We're going to do a beef chimichurri, a little bit different of a recipe than what you might find online, because I'm going to put my own little twist to it to kind of make it more of a fulfilling meal. So what I've got going here in my pan so far is just some cut up beef. It's kind of got a little seasoning to it here. Bought it in a bag. You know, I like my bag stuff, and this one tastes pretty good, so I went with that one. But generally what you would do actually with this recipe is get yourself a flank steak, season it, and then sear it in a pan, and then add your ingredients. So ingredient-wise, let's talk about what is chimichurri. So here in the front, that I'm going to put in here is going to be some green beans. I actually use my sous vide on those, fresh garlic, salt, pepper, extra virgin olive oil in my sous vide for close to 40 minutes at 195 degrees. Soft, but a nice crunch on the inside. Just some diced up potatoes. Red wine vinegar. If you don't have red wine vinegar, you can go the route of using apple cider vinegar. I have some Italian seasoning here that's a little bit different. I'll show you that packet in a second of why that's not your typical seasoning. Red pepper flakes for heat, roasted red peppers, and about a half an onion through there. Now what we're going to do is start adding some flavor into this. Oh, by the way, parsley and cilantro and some oregano off here to the side, and some fresh garlic. So to begin adding some flavor into your beef, you're going to take yourself here a lime and do about the juice from half of a lime. So we'll get that going in there. And let's get the heat going on this thing too. Sometimes the air likes to put it out. There we go. Now we're going to add the juice of about half a lime. You can get a whole lot more juice out of any of your citrus fruits like that if you put it in the microwave for just a few seconds. Lime, this is going to give a really good flavor with this because you're going to have a nice zesty flavor, but also a very fresh flavor with this too. So now you're going to do is do about a half a cup here of your parsley. Now generally when you're cooking, turn that off so we don't burn just for a second. Generally what you would do is then finely chop this up. But you don't have to worry about doing that because you're going to be putting this here into your food chopper. So about half a cup there of your fresh parsley, and then about half a cup here of some fresh cilantro. Some recipes call for one or the other with oregano. I like levels of flavor, so I want to put in just a little bit here of some fresh oregano into that. What you're going to do now is add in just about 2 tablespoons here of your red wine vinegar. Again, if you don't have it, you can go with apple cider vinegar. I'm going to get my garlic cloves and do fresh garlic. Mince it right in there. None of that stuff where it's already minced for you or garlic powder. You want the good flavor, so you're going to put that garlic right into there using your garlic mincer. And what I'll do is get that off there. And again, I'm using about 3 cloves here of garlic. So you've got your cilantro in there, you've got your parsley in there. Now we have our garlic in there. So now we're going to add in our onion because that's going to be another level of flavor. This is going to be about half of a white onion. Going to put that in there. A little bit of heat with this. This has heat in it, but you can control the heat versus how much red pepper flake you want to put in there. And you still need a little bit more of a liquid with this to kind of make sure it chops up really well. So what you are going to do is put about 1/3 of a cup of your olive oil in there. That's my preferred flavor when it comes to oils is olive oil. A little bit of freshly crushed pepper. And I'm not going to use much salt because that packet of Italian seasoning I mentioned is actually a salad dressing seasoning, but it goes really far with a lot of stuff, so you don't need a lot. And it already has the salt in there. If you don't go that route, then of course you're going to add your salt. After that, what you're going to do is now put this into your chopper and let it go for a while. Get a really good chop in there. This is going to be a sauce. This isn't going to be, anything too extremely thick or really too thin. So if it's not thin enough yet, all you got to do is add a little bit more oil and then just a little bit more of your red wine vinegar until it gets to a very nice consistency. Kind of pasty, but really kind of not. So then we're going to put that heat back on and give this another go here with the chopper. And that's it. Once this is all done, you add everything here into your pan, heat it up with your green beans and your potatoes, and you're also going to, of course, throw in those red peppers too. So now that we've kind of got that mixed up fairly well, we'll mix that up too. That's looking pretty good right there if you ask me. So now we're going to take this out. Just going to put the chimichurri right into there. And again, like I said, it's pretty thick, so don't let it kind of throw you off. You're like, well, Joe, I wouldn't call that a sauce. That's okay. And now you just mix everything up to give it that really good flavor. Put in those roasted red peppers. Put in some of those chopped up potatoes, and throw in some of those green beans too that have really good flavor with those. Put that back there and stir it up. Once it's all heated up, you are ready to go. So we're going to let this heat up in the commercial break. Then we're going to toss it over to Ron for a taste test sample. How's that sound?